Let me say this to you. It don't matter how you try to play it small. It don't matter how you try to sit in the background. It don't matter how you show up and try to show everybody love. Some people will make it their business just to talk about you. They have committed themselves to misunderstanding you. And so you continue to try to show these individuals that you really not this way, that you really not that person. You continue to try to play it small. But let me tell you something, sweetheart. That's exactly what they want you to do. They want you to shrink. They want you to back down. They want you to feel like you can't do and accomplish the things that you're saying that you want to do. They want you to feel like that. Some people have literally devoted themselves to talking about you. Literally devoted themselves to talking about you. That's their part-time job. Coming against you, making you feel like you're doing something wrong. They got a whole issue with you believing in God. They got a whole issue with you believing that you can do better. They got a whole issue with you doing self-help, positivity. They hate for you to talk about things like that because they dare not to do it. They afraid to do it. They don't have the courage to do it, but you do. And because you have the courage to do it, they want to talk you out of it. Tell you how foolish that sound. Tell you why they wouldn't do that kind of way. How can they tell you what you should do when they've never walked in your shoes? Some people want to give you advice and tell you how to do things and how to go and where to go, and they've never experienced what you've experienced. You're the first to do it. But yet they got all the advice to give you. Some people have literally made it their mission to sit around and talk about you. They don't have anything else to do but to talk about you. So guess what, sweetheart? Give them something to talk about. Literally give them something to talk about. Continue to show up with a smile. Continue to show up talking about how God has been good to you. Continue to do your self-help. Continue to brag if you want to. And y'all, we don't boast about our own accomplishment. No, we boast about what God has done. That's what we boast about. People hate that. And the more you stay silent, the more you stay quiet, the more you try to shrink, the more you try to make them comfortable, the more they're going to do it. So at some point, you got to stand up. At some point, you got to continue to speak. At some point, you got to know it's okay to put people in their place. And y'all, I'm not saying you go out and be combative, but listen, for so long, y'all, let's keep it 100. As chosen ones, a lot of us are sometimes get in that cycle of being people pleasers. We want to please people. We want them to feel good. We want them to feel love, not realizing that we're getting the short end of the stick by doing that. Not realizing that we're diminishing ourselves, our goals, our greatness, our light, trying to accommodate somebody in their insecurities. Sitting around talking about you, not realizing that they're putting their mouths on a chosen one, speaking against a chosen one. Give them something to talk about, y'all. Do not feel like you need to diminish or shrink or anything like that because somebody else is uncomfortable. No, let them rise up to your level. Let them adjust to your greatness. They tired of you talking about your God. They tired of you talking about spirituality. Let them move around. You stay exactly where you are, planted 10 toes down, unmovable, unbothered. You know what the enemy hate? When you're unbothered. They hate it. They hate when you just totally be unbothered. And sometimes, y'all, it's hard to do that when people trying to provoke you, but that's their job. That's the devil's job, to get you out of character, to provoke you, make you get all, crazy and stuff. But when you see people act crazy, two individuals arguing, you never know who the fool is. They both look like fools. So don't get yourself entangled in stuff like that. No, be unbothered. Continue to speak your truth and keep it moving. Let them deal with whatever the residuals of that is. Whatever they feel about that. That's their business, not yours. Continue, y'all, to be bold about what you believe. Continue to do what God has called you to do. Don't let anybody back you down, back you in the corner, make you tell you things, you can't talk about this at this job place. You can't do that and do that. Why am I feeling that? Somebody must have told you can't even talk about your beliefs on the job. Trying to control you. They full of hell, full of the devil. Give them something to talk about. Okay, I can't talk about God, then I'll just carry this Bible around all day. And y'all, I'm not trying to be funny because, listen, at some point we have to put our foot down, y'all. It's okay for us to be loving. It's okay for us to be caring, but you also can be humble and bold at the same time. You can be humble and bold at the same time. They can both share the same space. Give these individuals something to talk about. Give them something to talk about. Let your success speak for you. Let your healing speak for you. Let your joy speak for you. Let your come up speak for you. Give them something to talk about. They doing it anyway. They're miserable, y'all. I don't know why God is having me to come on and talk about this, but these individuals are miserable. That's why they do what they do. That's why they say what they say. They have not figured out their own lives, and yet they're trying to dictate yours. Monitor yours. Tell you what you should do. No, sir, no, ma'am. No, sir, no, ma'am. Y'all continue to be bold. I told y'all over here we walking heavy. We putting our foot on the enemy's neck. He may have had you in bondage last season, yesterday, the last month, but not today. Not today. That's it, y'all. That's it. Let them continue to talk, but give them something to talk about. Period. So y'all, we're not doing the cards today. We're going to come back with another video maybe tomorrow with the cards. But I want y'all to know I love y'all so much. I love y'all so much. I love y'all so much. Thank y'all for rocking with me. Thank you for your PayPals, your Cash Apps, your super thanks. Thank y'all for just doing you, being authentic. Continuing to show up in a true version of who God has created you to be. Because that's what it's all about. And that's what makes people mad. So continue to do that unapologetically. I love y'all so much. Until next time, y'all be easy. Peace.